Will continue to teach God say killed Gandhi is what V. Shivankuti, Kerala's education minister, said after agreeing to implement the PM SHRI scheme. While he sounds firm in his conviction against the alleged saffronization of education by the central government, the allies of his party do not agree. The CPIM, which is the ruling party in Kerala, has been criticized by some of its key allies for agreeing to this scheme. Let's first understand what PM SHRI is. PM SHRI, or Prime Minister's Schools for Rising India, is the central government scheme to improve the quality of education and infrastructure in schools. The scheme will develop over 14,500 existing schools as part of the National Education Policy 2020. Prime Minister Modi said these schools would become model schools, institutions with environment-friendly infrastructure where classes would be taken with the help of high-tech facilities. This was a nationwide scheme under the National Education Policy 2020, which according to the Union government aims at reforming the country's education system. The nationwide implementation was however opposed by 3 states, Kerala, West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. They criticized the policy as an attempt to saffronize education. However, Kerala has now signed PM SHRI MOU, a central scheme devoted to the implementation of NEP 2020. This was the only way to secure centre's share of 1,500 crore, which is pending for various education programs in Kerala, is what Shivankuti said as justification for signing the MOU. This move has created rifts between the ruling CPIM and its allies in the Left Democratic Front, or the LDF. The CPIM's main ally, CPI, has already made their displeasure public. The party even threatened to pull out its ministers from the state cabinet. CPI State Secretary Binoy Vishwam wrote a letter to the CPM State Secretary M.V. Govindan and LDF convener T.P. Ramakrishnan accusing the government of breaching coalition norms by proceeding with the agreement without consulting the front. Education Minister V. Shivankuti has clarified that though the PM SHRI scheme was signed, NEP will never be implemented in Kerala. But his statement has failed to reassure the CPI. CPI's Youth Wing, All India Youth Federation and Students Wing, All India Students Federation have staged protests against the government's decision. CPIM Students Wing, Students Federation of India has conveyed their concerns to Education Minister in a meeting with him. As expected, BJP student organizations Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad met the Education Minister and hailed the government's decision. However, confusion prevails not only in the ruling alliance. Congress-led opposition also appeared to be groping in the dark. Initially, opposition leader V.D. Satishan said that there was nothing wrong with accepting central funds under PM SHRI. Congress MP K.C. Venugopal strongly opposed the decision, calling it a backdoor decision hinting at a tie-up between the BJP and the CPIM. This apparently prompted Satishan to change his stance and oppose the move. Apparently, a meeting between the CPI and CPIM party heads failed to resolve the crisis. The political impact of the government's decision will be felt as Kerala is gearing up for local body and assembly elections.